What's up everybody? How's everyone doing out there today? Welcome back to Wildcat MTG. Today I want to spend some time revisiting Dungeons & Dragons Battle for Baldur's Gate. We're going to open up a draft booster box. I want to have a little conversation about this set and this particular product in general, the draft boxes. And man, I don't know if anybody's paying attention, but the singles in this set have kind of like steadily been making their way upward and upward and upward. And I actually think that there's some pretty decent value in this product now. So hopefully we pull some fun stuff. And with that being said, why don't we go ahead and dive on in and let's crack some packs. So as of the filming of this video, right now, the draft boxes for Baldur's Gate are sitting at about $93 on average. That's actually significant. The 1 year low on this product was in the high 70s. Like they dipped to like $78 a box. Even as of middle of September of 2023, these boxes were in the low 80s. So for this, in just over a period of a month, to shoot up by $10, $11, I know that doesn't seem like a big deal, but for a product that's under $100, that's more than a 10% shift. That's significant. That's not a, that's not nothing. All right. And I think this got a little bit of a boost when Baldur's Gate 3 came out. That definitely helps push some of the price of the singles, but I just think that the set is actually starting to age pretty well in general as well. All right, here we go. There are a lot of fun stuff in here. So Topaz Dragon, sure. Rescuer Kuinga? I don't know. Crystal Dragon? A lot of dragons. Raised by Giants is our first rare, sure. And Gale, Waterdeep Prodigy, double rare. Triple rare, Luxury Suite, very nice. So the thing I was going to say is if you've not been paying attention to the Crowdlands, they're all above $5 again. Some of these were really, really dirt cheap for a long time, like too cheap, and now they're back up. I think Luxury Suite is like $8, $9 at this point. And one of the reasons I really like the draft boxes, I want to say like right off the jump, I like the collector boxes for Baldur's Gate. I like the draft boxes for Baldur's Gate. I do not like the set boxes. The set boxes, in my experience, are horrifically collated and very, very uneven. But I actually really like the draft boxes. One of the reasons I wanted to open this box today is because I was hoping to pull a few more of just the regular old Crowdlands. So anyways, Luxury Suite, again, I think it's like $8 or $9 by itself at this point. Pilgrim's Eye is our foil common, and we got ourselves a little dragon token. Very nice. Baldur's Gate has a complicated past. Like many things, the initial price point was just too high. We had an expectation based off of the first Commander Legends and versus the price point that these came out with that I think, the expectations were very high. When the set came out, I think they were just unreasonably high to the point where a lot of people were turned off because of the price point and combination of what we were thinking might be in the set. But again, I say that the set is actually aging really well. And we're seeing a lot of the singles start to drift up in value, which is great. Tavern Brawler is our background. Robe of the Archmagi as a rare. And then we got a foil uncommon Ghost Lantern after that. And I've been pretty honest about Baldur's Gate, my opinion on it. I think that I've been a pretty big advocate for the set in general. I'm not the only one. There's lots of people in my comments that were like, "Hey, I think this is a really good set. It's just it came out at the wrong price, and that was a big turnoff for people, and it kind of got a bad rap as a result." Moonshae Pixie, Taunting Kobold, Rilsa Rail, Kingpin. Scion of Halaster is a background. Ooh, first mythic is a Blood Money. Nice. So first mythic of the box is Blood Money. Not one of like the huge money, Blood Money. Not one of the huge value hits of the set. I think Blood Money is just over $3, but it is a playable Commander mythic as well. It does see a little bit of play, so that's cool. Master Chef as a foil background common, and into our Pegasus. Yeah, Pack Opening Addict. If you're not familiar with his channel, you should be. You should go watch it. It is a really good. He does box openings like 5 to 6 days a week on average, and it's one of my favorite box opening for channels for MTG, just in YouTube in general. So go check out his channel. But he does he called Dragon Hunts. So he does collector box openings of Baldur's Gate and AFR, and just looks for the mythic dragons. Very, very cool. Really a segment of his that I enjoy. But Swiftfoot boots, nice. He's been pretty pro Baldur's Gate as well. You know, I'm not the only one out there, is I guess what I'm trying to say. Thrakkus the Butcher. Far Traveler. Rare is Mirror of Life Trapping. Astral Confrontation. And Fairy Dragon. You know, and I'm not saying like no one is comparing, you know, out there comparing Baldur's Gate to Modern Horizons 2 or anything, but my point is that for now $93 a box, and seeing that, hey, if you're going to pull, you know, 2 or 3 Crowdlands per box on average, if you're going to pull some Mythics that has some good value, for a box opening experience at, you know, that is a relatively low entry point, pretty good value, I think, in general now. Black Dragon Gate. Plus, you get all the cool gates out of it, which some of these are actually do have a few bucks in value as well. Wild Magic Surge. Man, cannot talk today. More coffee needed. Sigil of Merkle. Nothic. OG Exquisite Blade. Candlekeep Sage. And rare is a Traverse the Outlands. Traverse the Outlands is a good playable card. Not going to be like, I don't think it's going to meet like the $3 requirement quite. You know, it's going to be just under, but still a pretty good playable rare. I'm going to throw it up top here. Oh, a Foil Mythic. Hey, Foil Mythic Baldur. Nice. Foil Mythic's not, especially in the regular foiling, not that, you know, we're not talking about extended art or something like that. Not super easy to come by. So Foil Mythic Baldur, I think regular Baldur is about $3 or so. I would expect that the Mythic version of, or the foil version of this is probably a little bit more, but not a lot. Maybe, again, I'll probably say right around $4 or so. So sweet card in general, though. This actually is a fun, pretty playable card as well. It doesn't see enough love, in my opinion, but I will absolutely take that. One of the things that was also weird about Baldur's Gate and why it kind of gets a little bit of a bad rap is they reduced the pack counts. So like the draft boxes are 24 packs, the set boxes were 18 for some inexplicable reason, and then they kept the collector boxes at 12, which is like the traditional number, right? So you kept collector boxes at 12, but you brought the set boxes down to 18 packs. Super weird. Patriarch Seal, pretty good uncommon actually. Untapped target legendary creature you control. It's a 3-mana rock, which is not, you know, as sought after nowadays, but it does have an extra ability on top that is noteworthy. Pretty good uncommon. Drow Apostate, Candlekeep Researcher, Flaming Fist. Rare is a Call to the Void. Lurking Green Dragon, and the Initiative. All right. So we're coming up on the end of column number 1. So far we have 2 mythics. They're not like the big hitters, right? The dragons are still, the mythic dragons, the elder dragons are still the big draw, I guess, from mythics, but there is enough value otherwise that it's not the only thing that has value. And we do have 1 Crowdland so far as well. All right, Owlbear Shepherd. Good old Mindstone, ever playable. Sarvok Deathbringer. Ganax Astral Hunter in the showcase version. I know it's not everyone's favorite variant style as the rulebook art, but I still kind of like it. Rare is Cultist of the Absolute. That is a rare background. Caves of Chaos Adventure. Neat. And foil common is Coronation of Chaos. Last pack of the first column. As far as the Crowdlands are concerned, Morphic Pool is still the biggest one. I think Morphic Pool is back up to like $12 or $13. Again, Luxury Suite's like $8 or $9. And then you've got like, what is it, Spire Garden and Sea of Clouds. Those are around $5 to $6 each. I think Reflecting Pool is somehow still only like $6, $7, which seems cheap for that particular land, considering its versatility. All right, Draconic Muralist, Blood Boil Sorcerer, Bone Caller Cleric, Emerald Archdruid, Dungeon Delver, neat, and a Lae'zel's Acrobatics after that as the rare, and a foil common Guardian Naga. Okay, into column number 2. In addition to the dragons being the big pulls, I will say that I think it's Battle Tier, Angels of Battle Tier, or tier Battle Angels. There we go. I think that one's still around $20 as well. So that is also another sizable mythic in this product. And then is it Carlock, I think, is up to $15. That also saw a spike after the new Baldur's game release, but it's actually held pretty well. It didn't just immediately spike and then tank. Duke Older Raven Guard. You know why? Because it's a pretty good card. Firbolg Flutist. Isn't it Flautist? I don't know. Modify Memory as a foil uncommon, because why not? And Construct. Okay. All right. Let's see. You know what I wouldn't mind is pulling one of my playmats here, the Displacer Kitten. One of my favorite cards in this set. Would not be upset about pulling one of those. There's like a $3 or $4 uncommon. I think it's a Irenicus's Vile Duplication. That's still a pretty valuable uncommon. Overwhelming Encounter. Corlessa Scale Singer. Gloomstalker. Candlekeep Sage. There we go. Nice. Sea of Clouds. Another one of the Crowdlands. Again, I think Sea of Clouds is right around $5 or $6 at this point, so I will absolutely take that, since that is the lands specifically were one of the reasons I wanted to open this, in addition to just talking about the product and revisiting it. It's been a while since I've opened one of the draft boxes. I had a surplus of the set boxes for a while, and I just decided to just get them out of my collection. And so I was opening them on channel, and as you might expect, it wasn't going well. All right, Two-Handed Axe. Skullwinder. Taunting Kobold. Renari, Merchant of Marvels. Agent of the Iron Throne as the background. Mythic is another Baldur. Sure, double Baldur. Okay, why not? Again, I think the regular Baldur is about $3 or so. The foil one we pulled is about $4 or $5. So, you know, it's not bad. Not going to be one of your top pulls, but also not awful. Sword Coast Sailor as the foil uncommon. The top of the mountain in terms of value in this set is still the Ancient Copper Dragon. Just the base copy of that card is still like $55, $56. As you can imagine, not super easy to pull though. Ancient Silver, I think, is I think it's still Ancient Silver. The blue one is still holding at about $20-$25 as well. Bag of Holding. True Soul Zealot. Dragonheart. Acolyte of Bahamut. Rare is a Baldur's Gate. Neat. Good old namesake. Set namesake. We'll throw it up top. It's not going to be super valuable, but I like the gates in general. They're a little slow unless you have, you know, but Baldur's Gate. If you're going to play the gates deck, that's going to be in the deck. Okay. Inspired Tinkering. Contraband Livestock. Skullport Merchant. Noble Heritage is a rare background. Neat. Mazzy True Sword Paladin. White Plume Adventure used to be a really big legacy card, and ended up catching Abandoned Legacy. Can you imagine a Baldur's Gate card catching Abandoned Legacy? Was really valuable at one point. Now, not so much after the ban because it doesn't see play. It wasn't seeing any play outside of that, but it did have its day in the sun. Not valuable anymore. Still going to throw it up top just for old time's sake. Noble's Purse as the foil uncommon. 3 packs left in this middle column. We are at 2 regular mythics plus a foil mythic, but we have not struck pay dirt on the big mythics. All right. Amethyst Dragon. Beckoning Will-o'-the-Wisp. Fireball. Good old Fireball. Shadow Archdruid. Flaming Fist as a foil, or excuse me, as a common background. There we go, Morphic Pool, nice. So we're up to our 3rd Crowdland of the box, which I am 100% here for. And I think Morphic Pool is probably about $12 or $13, as I said earlier. So that is amongst the best of them in terms of value. And again, I'm just here to pull more of these because I needed them. I was running low for all these commander decks that I have kind of like partially built. It's a thing. I start on an idea, I kind of like work on it, and then I work on another one, and then something else comes out, and so I have like probably 3 partially built decks. It happens. All right, here we go. Bane's Contingency. But you know what I knew I was going to need was lands. All right. Explore the Underdark. Mystic Trickster. Elid Harbreeze, Busybody. Tavern Brawler is a common background. Mythic is, there we go, nice! That is a very good pull for us. Ancient Brass Dragon. I think Ancient Brass is about $16, $17. This is, I think, the third most valuable dragon. So it goes copper, silver, brass, and then I want to say gold and then bronze as far as like value, the value order is concerned. But I think Ancient Brass is still about a $17 card. Please believe I play this in my own Reanimator Commander deck, and it does work. It's so fun. Huge pull for us. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Renari, Merchant of Marvels as a foil uncommon. You know, and again, I'm going to say $93 entry point right now. And that's on the up because a little over a month ago, a little month and a half ago, these were down in the low 80s. So, you know, we had our chance. If you're gonna be able to pull 3 of the lands, even if they're $6 a piece, right? They're not world beaters. That's still a significant portion of the box price. And then plus there are actually a pretty good assortment of valuable mythics. Arcane Signet, always a good uncommon. Nothic, Inspiring Leader as a background. Rare is a Gorion, Wise Mentor, sure. Will's Reversal as another rare. And a foil rare, neat, Baldur's Gate. Again, I don't know that this has any actual substantial value, even as the namesake of the set. Gates are not like hugely played, not like a hugely played archetype, but you know, it's almost like a typal thing where it's like as time goes on, they'll probably add some more gates to the equation, and if that becomes the case, at some point, Baldur's Gate is one of those cards that then becomes a centerpiece or a mainstay of that particular deck type, and it's going to see an uptick. Don't know if, don't know when, but it could be a thing. Mystic Key. Kingpin. Amber, Gristle O'Maul. Veteran Soldier. And rare is a Mighty Servant of Luco as the a artifact vehicle. Worms Crossing Patrol as a foil common. So what else? Like, so we've got 3 mythics at this point, and I wouldn't necessarily count the foil mythic. You're not going to average a foil mythic per box, right? So maybe we're due for at least one more mythic as well. And if we get any more of the Crowdlands, that'd be awesome. All right, Emerald Dragon. Swashbuckler Extraordinaire. Giant Ank Egg. That's a good card. Mythic. It is. Well, it's a mythic. We did get another mythic. It's Elminster. Yeah, unfortunately, like the Planeswalkers between Elminster and Tasha are not where it's at. Although Minsc and Boo, Minsc and Boo is a decent, valuable mythic. But Elminster, unfortunately, is kind of not where it's at. That's a value-wise a substandard mythic. All right, Scion of Halaster. Intellect Devourer, a pretty good rare in its own right. And Colossal Badger as a foil common. So we did get to our 4th mythic, though. No real complaints. If I could just hit something else from the rare slot, right? If it's a Displacer Kitten or Archivist of Agma or something along those lines, there are a few other rares in this set that do have some value as well. And again, if you're just looking for an experience and you just want to add to your Commander collection, there's plenty of good playables in here that, that it just makes it a pretty fun box opening experience, in my opinion. Vaconia Drow Apostate. Master Chef as a common background. Elturel Survivors as the rare. Good old Myriad. You Meet in a Tavern. Reflecting Pool. What are some of the others? I think Jaheira and Monster Manual. Monster Manual is a card that I'm glad to see tick up. Like, that card was dirt cheap forever. Now I think the regular Monster Manual is about $4 or $5. And for the longest time, I was like, this card seems really good. I don't understand why it doesn't see more love. And it's good to see that Monster Manual is up to about $5 and climbing. So, Treasure Keeper. Sapphire Dragon. Minthara, Merciless Soul. Street Urchin. Alando as a rare. Horn of Valhalla as a rare. Foil uncommon is a Cloakwood Hermit. And a treasure token. Got about 4 packs left, counting the one in my hand. And I think we have a fairly, like, this box is not a bad box, and it's not a killer box. I think this is a pretty good representation of what I think you would expect to see from one of these draft boxes. Campfire. Slaughter the Strong. Moon Shea Pixie. Abdel. Candlekeep Sage as the common background. Rare is a Ravenloft Adventurer. And a Heapgate as a foil common. I think some of the foil common gates, even the common gates, I should say, have some value to them as well. Not like, you know, huge money, but we're talking about $1 or $2, which, you know, it's not nothing, right? Deadly Dispute, also still a really good common. Like, I thought that thing would just tank down after it got another reprint, tank down to nothing. Nope, it's just a good card. Sees play. Burnished Heart. Stone Skin. Allura. Merry Thief. Lozan. Flaming Fist as the background. Rare is a Jaheira's Respite. And a Vrock, a foil uncommon Vrock as the foil. 2 packs left. Kindred Discovery, that's another card. It got a reprint in the Enchanted Tales for Wilds of Eldraine. That card, after the reprint, sunk down to like $3 or $4 and then slowly climbed all the way up to $20 before the reprint. And even now, the copy from Baldur's Gate is like $7, $8. Banishment. Underseller Sweep. Hardy Outlander. Rare is a Ragadraga Gorguts Boss. Oh, okay. All right. You know, not typically known for duplication in this. If you're going to get duplication, and it's going to be Morphic Pool, works for me. Again, Morphic Pool, probably at $12 or $13. So that is a sizable value hit for us. Excellent pull. And yeah, that's our 4th Crowdland of the box. I'm here for it. Pack Attack as a foil common and a Boo token after that. Last pack of the box. All right, here we go. Also, for whatever it's worth, if you are a limited player and you wanted to do a different kind of draft experience, I will say that I played a few rounds of the Battle for Baldur's Gate as a draft format with some friends, and I actually thought it was really fun. It's basically you're playing Mini Commander, you're building decks with it, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. Noble's Purse, Hammers of Moradin, Sivirus Nightmare Speaker. Foil common is a Tavern Brawl, or not foil, common background as our background, and another mythic. Bramble Sovereign. You know what? Not bad. Not bad at all. Bramble Sovereign was a card that needed a reprint. It's not one of your big value targets. It was pretty valuable prior to the reprint, but it never really fully recovered. But it's still a pretty good card. So I'm not going to be mad about it. It's also technically our 6th mythic overall, and counting the non-foil, our 5th. Solid. Pegasus Guardian as a foil common, and that's going to do it. So again, we didn't hate the Ancient Copper, right? If you hit an Ancient Copper, you're automatically in Value Town because that pays for more than half of the box. But we did get 6 mythics in total, one of them being foil, and we hit 4 of the Crowdlands, which is kind of what I was really here for to begin with, right? And of the mythics, you know, probably $3, $4, $3, you know, $16, $17, and then not as valuable, particularly Elminster. Bramble Sovereign might be a couple bucks, but hitting 4 of the Crowdlands. Where I kind of missed is like no Displacer Kitten, no Archivist of Ogma, no Kindred Discovery. There are some other rares that are not Crowdlands in this product that are actually carrying good value as well. So I think this box is a pretty good representation, right, of what an average box looks like. I think it's an average to maybe even a slightly above average box. It wasn't a home run, but it wasn't Pound Town either. And I think that's what I'm trying to say with this product is as weird and complicated as a history as the Baldur's Gate set has, the draft boxes now start to feel a little bit like, hey, I think there's some pretty good opening value here at a relatively low price point. So that's going to do it for me today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, do me a favor. If you're not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button for me, hit the like button for me, and of course, by all means, drop me some comments. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much, everybody, and be well.